Let me hit the button to record. Let me make sure that is recording. It is. Okay. Good. Hi.
Rolling Stato.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna assume we probably take the next day-ish off basically anyway, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys were kind of injured and you had a late night with some stuff.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and everybody heals one wound and everybody reset your strain. We'll start there.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
No, I didn't, because I only punched a dude once, and then he went down. That's right.
Yeah, you
Hit
got
really
in there
hard.
at the end. The boys got up close.
Yes, they did.
And
Good
then
job, boys.
they got stuck.
Thanks.
But okay, they've healed one each. And I don't think anybody's got any other lingering stuff.
Just so we don't forget, I got mechanics.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we probably...
All right.
Oh, yeah,
I was
stuff
gonna
that
mention
we
what
bought.
people got. What'd you do on your summer vacation?
If no one else was going, lucky we go. He finally got enough XP for Aramaa to reach Force Rating 4
Yay!
and get Sacred Sundering. What Sacred Sundering basically does is allows Aramaa to spend Force Pips to activate Sundering on her fists.
Your hands are crush guns.
So, class, what I did on my summer vacation was I ended up
Die.
getting It's Not That Bad.
No, I just said what
Oh.
you did on your summer vacation was die.
No.
that was Fall Guys. But once per session, when an ally takes a critical injury, I may take that It's Not That Bad action, which is a hard medicine check to prevent that critical injury. So,
Okay.
for instance, if Camo takes what was it? I'm not sure if it can prevent overpowered, but
Yeah, you can prevent anything.
Oh shit! Well, never
If
mind.
you prevent
then.
an overpowered, though, I'm gonna be mad. You should let him take those blows. It's more important if he loses a limb.
Yes. The more severe ones, yes. Like overpowered.
It's
if
not
I can
that
take
bad.
out,
See, look, your arm's still technically attached.
yeah, we just
We can
Well,
sew
actually,
that back
it's
together.
probably it's in the form of it's not as bad as you thought.
Yeah,
it's not that
basically,
people
it's
cut
like
it.
Camo
it's
standing there
the,
like a fucking
it's the
black
classic
knife.
dramatic reveal where you think that guy got his heart punched out or something, and the medic goes over and he's like, "Oh, it
Yeah.
missed all your vital body parts. You're fine."
Your lung is broken, but we'll fix that in like a month.
I just pictured Camo standing there like the fucking Black Knight at the end of the fight in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. He's like, "All right, we're calling the draw."
Pretty much.
I mean, that's kind of how that's kind of like how the endure power works, where you're the force power lets you tank crits and be like, no, I don't want to
Oh
jump.
yeah,
this crit."
like
You can
that
eventually reach the
guy
point
we
where-
had to deal with.
You can eventually reach the point where literally every bodily action is just a push and a pull of the force. So you could just force your body to move even if it doesn't actually exist anymore.
Yeah, that's Darth Sion from KOTOR 2.
Yeah.
But Marth, did you get anything on your summer vacation?
No, he said so. He said so.
Oh,
Just
okay.
say it's so boring.
He
My
said he
bad.
didn't do anything. Well, now I should also like to remind everybody that my summer vacation, I thanked our patrons, like Adam DeHarpa, I got Comics Architect 10, Blacklist Doji, Carlos, Quad, Jeremy Vasquez, Kylie Denton, Legendary Boss, and Arlene Kessler, Rob, Robin, Shiny Peas, some guy named Bob, Soda, over 2 for 753 video games, if I'm Jack Reed. And if you like what we do, support us. Don't suss us. Sorry, this is going to be a weird one, but we're going to do a lot of technical stuff, and hopefully we won't run too long, but that'll probably be okay.
It was open.
Because I've been up and about doing stuff.
I have. Sorry, I've actually been thinking a lot of things on my carrying capacity. So I've actually been thinking how I have things spread out.
Well,
Because-
yeah. So basically, based on what you guys picked, you've been hearing rumblings from some of your contacts, and at any point you want to ask them about those things, you can ask them, and we can fire up the A plot. However, I do know that there are a
Right.
few things with yeah, I could spoil it. Axe explicitly wants to craft some armor or get started on that. So there's that. But also, I believe, did some of you others guys have some plans about some modding or chopping or stuff?
I have some minor shopping to do.
Okay.
I have a plan, and that's mainly to heal Aramaa because she's been injured to all hell and back.
I have?
Didn't you say you're on 20 wounds?
No.
No,
that's
has
not-
20 wounds.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wound threshold 20.
Okay, never
She's
mind. I'm
perfectly
an
fine.
idiot.
I thought the same thing when you.
Yeah, no, ignore me.
How would she get 20 wounds? We already talked about this. Literally didn't get hit.
I missed that part.
You miss many things.
I thought the
Look.
same thing, so there.
Focus in the moment. Pay attention with your ear holes.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn everyone up then.
He's gonna turn his ears up. What am I looking for? I'm looking for crafting, I think. Because I want to actually look at that. There it is. Armor crafting. What's the time?
It takes a lot.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. Yep.
It's kind of why I want to buffer because like.
Well, yeah, and also you're immediately gonna go apeshit and gonna be like, I want the bestest armor, but I don't want it to be hard or to cost me money or to take hours.
No, it's more of like it takes 120 hours.
Correct,
like,
it does, but you can
It's like-
reduce
so it's
that by
like-
10% by rolling some advantage. Can't you? Isn't that a thing? Or is that
No.
success? It's no, it's
I
alright.
think
Roll
it's-
shitload of success, Axe. Just roll 5 successes.
Sounded
I
like
guess
that fucking
for a
kid on the
formidable check,
schoolyard.
sure. When I
He's
only
just
have
like,
like 4
oh.
dice.
I use force
Oh,
field.
he
You
only
can't
has
tag
4
me.
dice, Lucky.
Only
Only
Jesus.
has 4 dice, which are probably all. Well, actually, wait, no. You're only int 2. That's right.
Yeah, it's only 2 yellows and 2 greens.
That's
Oh,
still
yeah,
pretty good. You're
right.
rolling. That's at the very least evenly matched.
You want some drugs?
He does actually. We discussed this.
I just got
Well,
this.
I do have 4 doses of nanium root.
Well, there you go, Axe. You were asking how many. I was like, I don't remember how many doses Aramaa
I only
bought.
thought he
I
had
know
one
she
left,
bought
so.
some,
No, I bought 5
Oh, okay.
and you already popped one for something.
because I was gonna try and
I
I was trying
do.
to snatch
Attach those data pads
my
together.
data pads together. Yeah.
And I don't think it worked, even
No.
on drugs.
No, I think that was the one where it literally all canceled out. So Aramaa just sat in the workshop staring at this, and just kind of lightly tapped the data pads together, looked at them, and was just all like, "I have no idea what I'm doing."
I kind of want to start with
No idea
something
what I'm
else. I
doing.
want to try instead of the augmented armor. I want to try the customizable armor as like just
Do you have the materials for that?
Well, yeah, you need to acquire materials first.
All right.
Also, I mean, here's the thing. Remember, if you're doing a schematic, that only applies to that template.
Yes. It's kind of where it's like I need to consider the idea of doing a buffer one to then go into the augmented one.
Yeah, but that's not how that works.
Yeah.
I mean, practice make perfect does kind of work like that.
And
But
lessons
that's your
learned.
next check. But no, schematic means that template. You can only make customizable
Yeah.
armor easy if you start with customizable. So if
Yes.
you want to make that augmentative easier, well, start spending your hard-earned money.
To just try again multiple times.
Yeah, basically, because like
Okay.
I said, it says this in the armor schematic. Reduce difficulty of checks to create armor
Yeah, I know.
of this template. So,
The goal was to make a buffer to do lessons learned to practicing perfect. But there.
I mean, you can, though. I will say there's always the time. And remember, if you're so concerned about timing, it's anyway. There's some advantages to trying to do setups, but also it can be not worth
It's
it.
why I want to get the intelligent toolbox to make the time in half.
Well, yeah, I know you want to do that first. I believe that was the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I know Marth's typing it. He's talking about maybe getting some lightsaber materials, but hasn't decided exactly what he's going to get yet.
I have like the regular lightsaber materials, which I don't know why I bought that at the beginning.
I don't know. I think you were planning on moving into crafting soon. If
Also-
you want to say that already counts as half your double lightsaber materials, or actually probably half your pike materials, that probably works too. You probably get like half off whatever you need because you've already got it. But anyway, we'll discuss that in a second.
Yeah, I
so.
have.
Here's a question then.
Yeah, okay.
Of all like this, since like crafting armor has like very different like qualities you can add to it, are there ways to add qualities from previous specific armors, like how like certain things have like encumbrance increases and stuff like that?
Kinda.
Alright.
We've kind of talked around this. Yes, it's not necessarily quite that easy in the way the rules are written, but if to make it simple, because it is kind of annoying that it's just like, oh, I spent 120 hours and 5,000 credits on this armor, and I didn't get what I want out of it, to just have to immediately go to full blown starting from scratch.
Mhm.
We've talked about this with lightsaber hilts before. You can probably cannibalize previous tries for materials, or try to cannibalize specific components from them to be like, oh, well, this armor's got the extra soak I want already, but it's
I want
also
to use this old helmet, another one here.
trying to just steal bits from other armors that you already have. Nah, it's not gonna work.
Gotcha.
But you can do integral attachment with 2. Is there a integrated equipment? No.
Holsters, but it's different.
No, I mean, is there a lot of weapon templates have, and put a piece of gear in it. Armor does not appear to do that, which I think makes sense. A lot of gear probably doesn't fit in armor.
If I got
but-
an integral attachment, I would just add. I would just have it be the superior kit because that's HP 1.
Well, you do have to roll double triumphs, but also I don't like you trying to exploit the system like that.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
that
okay.
means you spend 2 triumphs to get an extra soak. That's
Oh,
the
okay.
only thing superior does for armor.
I just thought about it because I just because all the other attachments I want to get are 2 hard points. So
Yeah.
Well, there's your problem. Anyway, as I was saying, you've already talked about the route, and then the other thing you wanted to do was get the toolbox. Did you have a third step in there, or was that just your
the
2
Camino
components?
and maybe assistance.
Oh, right.
Coming
Yes. Okay. Yeah. because he did talk about working with you to make some armor. And then you were like,
Yeah.
he's definitely got int 4 or 5. And I'm like, ha ha ha.
I just thought they were smart. Sorry.
Yeah, they
Looks in
are.
int
You
1.
realize that
No,
every
wait.
character starts with 2, right?
Yes. It's like, wait, right? It's like you're right. But he's an NPC. He's not special. Okay.
Yeah,
But what
he's an
see-
NPC. It's not like he's probably a rival. Like he's not gonna be rocking super 4s or anything. He'll take a 3
What do you-
and you'll like it because Kamino
He
and
walks
Stu
in this
get
Camo,
plus
no
1
one
int.
has fucking 4 brawn.
I think they take a
Static
minus
feature
1
with
brawn
monkey.
even. Anyway, So, but yeah, we've talked about that. You do want to acquire the intelligent toolbox though to help out with some stuff because that helps with crafting and timeline specifically.
Cutting up 60 hours is kind of a big deal. So.
Yeah, the time thing's very ludicrous sometimes. But anyway, that is one thing that you want to buy. I know Aramaa said she wanted to do some shopping minorly, so also I'm going to say since Marth typed it, you bought 2 things of standard lightsaber materials. You can turn that into whatever actual type of lightsaber materials you want to use.
Okay.
You just have to figure out which one it is.
So then,
'cause-
as an actual thing, probably towards the mission, would it be okay? Should we also try to get the if I want to get the weapon, the blaster suppression items, like the 2, like the blaster suppression and the dampener?
I don't know what that has to do with the mission. If you say you want to get your weapon attachments, just say, I think we're doing a shopping trip.
Okay.
Aramaa, does this sound, or Lucky, does this sound like an incorrect conclusion? Are we going for a
It sounds like we're going
trip?
shopping.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, cool. Okay, so I assume Lucky knows what he wants to buy.
Yes. I'm seeing
Axie,
if there's
you
anything
know
else
what you
I-
want to buy.
Just thinking of this.
Axe, you got a codified list.
Yes, I think I have it all up there. So like, I think it's like scroll. I'll just scroll up again.
This
Yeah.
just be letting,
Does
because you
like-
probably have all the money for it, Mr. Moneybags. So just need to let everybody know what the rarities are.
Yep. Hang on. Let me just.
I just gotta like scroll like how far back I went.
All right. So, I'm gonna say, last session we picked up 5 phase knives, and I'm like, I can't use all these.
You
I'm not
gave-
gonna use all these. So
You
I gave
to me.
yes, but so now I'm gonna get Hecking Ninja. So I'm gonna go pick up 2 concealment holsters because I actually confirmed this with Omega that it will work for knives because they are smaller.
There you won. They're pretty
Yep.
small.
And I'm gonna wear
I mean,
them.
they're
on-
phase knives are weird. They're still. I wish to God they'd put a fucking picture, but they didn't. So I gotta be honest. I really don't know what they look like or what they do.
Yeah, well, according to the description, when they're not ignited, they just look like fucking hilts.
Yeah, that's
Just
what I
dagger
say.
it.
I'm pretty sure that because they use like a molecular hardening process, not necessarily a plasma process, but it's similar enough to lightsabers that yes, they are just hilts when they're turned off. So yes, no, they're they're like an E1 item. They fit very easily in the concealment holster.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be picking up 2 of those. They're gonna be rarity 5, 40 creds. They're very cheap. But let's see here. 1, 2, 0, 1. Actually, before I get to that, I need to pull out fucking. I'm gonna do marketing book, aka the Holocron. That'd be useful. That'd be super useful.
I looked at the goddamn engine, like their weapon rating again. Goddamn it. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I was look at the like. I think it was like 1 armor there. What was it? Like the noble armor allows you to actually downgrade social checks, and I think that includes negotiations.
Where is?
Yeah, but I believe it has to be in a context.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of contextual powers with stuff.
Yeah, it's like, well, this does this,
Where-
but only
Where-
because of this, and just like the whole
And I
sorry, you go ahead.
yeah, I was sorry. I lost that in my mouth somewhere. I was just gonna say, I believe Aramaa still has her expensive jewelry. I think you were planning on selling it, but those do give you advantages on certain checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bios boot dispenser thing only does it for the first time for stim pack use when it's above half.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I know. Just so I
Yep.
had to correct that on my sheet.
Okay, I should have just went to the table of contents in the first place, dumbass.
That happens.
Right.
I was looking for the rarity table. I'm just all like, I'm scrolling.
It's I gotta
And
say
scrolling?
the holocron's very weird because they put so many things before how to buy. Like okay,
It
combat sure, but then it's like, and then showdown, shootouts,
And as we
dogfight,
talked about before,
astrogation,
defining
travel.
how commerce works in this game is not clear.
Oh, would it be in Chapter 5 General? Yes. 61? Pay scales and economies? Galactic Economies, yes, that's probably where it is.
Yes, probably. That again, that's really, like I said, really the formatting way goof.
Argos.
Crafting is before how to buy things.
Here
but
we
you
go.
can't
Okay.
craft unless you buy. Anyway, I don't make the holocron. Whatever. It's a very lovely supplement some fans have made. But please, for the love of God, figure out what layout is.
All right, so I will be buying 2 concealment holsters, rarity 5, 80 credits a pop. We are going to now see the new wild power that is Aramaa's new force rating here. Well, Aramaa's here. So
Does the rarity modifier also apply to the armor material, so it also costs a lot of money there too?
Yeah, it should.
Okay.
Not-
If
you're not exactly rolling in.
if it has a rarity and a cost, then it's affected by rarity.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's not like finding. It's not like building your Space Marine powered armor is easier on Soheliv.
Yeah.
By the way, it is important to note that while it's not at all listed in here, all of these armor templates do have fluff.
All right.
That's in keeping the peace. So yes, augmentive armor is definitely like Sealy Bop power armor. I'm a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not planning on using the hecking expensive trophies, so I won't be wearing it, but I do have my data pad. I do have my sweet Scott book on how to Soheliv. I have many force pints. And I believe, let me double check on Sense Emotion, because I can never, ever remember.
I believe
Yes, it
emotion does not cover negotiation.
No,
it does
it does
cover
not.
deception.
Yes, it's charm, coercion, and deception. There we go. I do believe that is it. So I'm gonna roll big boy dice.
Well, I should get my
Yeah.
dice, just in case I want to roll them.
Thank you, big boy dice.
That's a lot
yeah.
of blanks.
Dice.
That's a lot of blank.
blanks, but you rolled all good force.
All light. Holy shit. All right, that's there.
So yeah, I will just heckin' throw all of that into success, and it's every success past the first, right?
Yes,
It's not,
that's
okay,
25% profit because you have
all right.
5 total successes past 1.
All right, so
I will say this is something, speaking about game design systems, this is something that Legend of the Five Rings, even though it uses a different dice system, clarifies better, where it's literally like bonus successes, because they use a TN-based system, so it's like, okay, you got over your you got equal to the TN, good. Every success past that, bonus success.
Wording matters a lot sometimes.
Which if they use that unified language in Star Wars would make it a lot simpler for some of this stuff, but...
Yeah. So that means I get 2 bracers for 60 credits, and I will slap those onto my forearms underneath my sleeves, and
now you can do cool wrist flick phase knives.
Yes.
Yes.
Like a cool guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can put more points on lightsaber.
I believe... Okay, he's done his materials too, so I believe Axe has done all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This will actually put us in a good place, because he needs to buy a lot of stuff that's restricted.
Yeah. I chose to go with our segmented instead of augmented, because I feel right now I'm trying to, like, buffer through it right now to see how this goes.
Sure. You don't want to commit to building your masterpiece until you know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Because it's very expensive and time-consuming.
Yes.
Okay. Boba's buying some extra lightsaber pikes. Wow, we're going
and I can make do with augmented if I do well on it, so...
So clearly you need to dual wield lightsaber pikes. Clearly.
I don't believe that's possible.
That's not possible.
You're not a servant. You
cannot do
wield
double
spears.
spears.
You need to have
Also,
you need to
they
have
are
overgrip.
the...
Pole lightsabers are two-handed.
Yes.
Not unless
also,
you have...
the thing is, if it's been a while since you played The Force Unleashed, lightsaber pikes are actually really long.
Oh, okay.
They have
So
a
you actually
lot
have
of handle and a very short blade.
So you can do cool spear dancing shit.
Let's see. 2 concealed armor holsters. Good. All right. So what's happening now?
Should I count all the money because it's all doubled?
Well, yeah, you gotta figure out your cost, and you're gonna get the discount. But Axe has outlined, I think, all his rarities for what he wants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I have to add the modifier, so the highest thing will have to be a 10. Second thing will be technically be an 8, and then 7.
What are you doing 10 in here?
yeah, no,
I
I see
the
it.
toolbox.
Oh,
An
it
8.
starts at 8. Okay, you did not pre-calculate. Okay, so you did nothing pre-calculated. Great. All right, cool. We caught it at least.
Oh, yeah, sorry, because I was about to do that now. Sorry.
Oh, there's a big old list at the top. Okay. All I saw was your materials thing.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he posted that earlier when I told him to get a list together. But yeah, okay. So the highest is 10, so it's 5.
Yeah, you know what's great. I'll just roll and you can figure out everything yourself.
All right, sure.
Let's see here. Well, except for the
technically, you should probably be rolling in like 2 blocks because some of these are restricted, which means you got to go to a different merchant.
Yeah. I'll do that. But let's see. Is the intelligence toolbox restricted?
No. The toolbox is basic, so that would be
The
probably
basic
one
will
roll.
be basic will be a 5, and then the instructor will probably be an 8. So there'll be 4. Actually, no, it'll be 4.
No, the segmented armor is 8, unless those you pre-buffed.
I mean 4 dice.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, dice. All right, fine.
P. Wow.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's not going to work out.
No. Well, actually, no. Wait. Isn't there for buying stuff? Even with failures, can you like make it so he has to pay an increased cost?
Can I do that? I feel like that's not how failure works.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, it's like if success,
You can negate the failure.
That's definitely how.
I guess that'd
threat
be
is.
the threat then.
I believe that's a threat thing. I'll look at it. with negotiation or buying or selling.
Because there is a triumph in there.
I'm willing to pay a increased
The
cost, I guess.
the guidelines are a little weird sometimes.
Yeah.
They really needed to do Dear Fantasy Flight Games, who no longer produces this game line. You've moved it onto Edge. You really could have focused more on concrete examples for threat and advantages and triumphs and stuff for things people are going to do all the fucking time, and not just like, oh, let's make a table about being in the woods. The woods are cool. Not that I mind the woods tables, but I really would have preferred how the fuck to handle every time my players roll dice to buy things, because they have to roll dice every time. Thanks. Okay, that's the wrong.
Just being able to buy it would be nice sometimes, you know.
Okay, negotiation. It's the profit aspect. Who's the cost of goods he's carrying? Yeah, that's a. Because here's the. It's weird. You can have extra failure symbols. They almost never matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was like.
It's definitely that's definitely a threat result in negotiation. Is you end up paying more.
Well, like I said, I only have 2, so I can only negate it to 1 triumph.
Yeah.
So, which means no success, but no failure.
But a triumph. Yeah. I mean, it. That probably means, especially because it's so fucking rare, that guess what? Nobody in Soheliv you speak to has an intelligent toolbox.
Great. Okay.
They might have some other things you need, but it's just not there. That's what the rarity mod is for.
Gotcha.
You can probably try again later. I don't think there's really any substitutes you want, because you really want the thing to do the thing. But
otherwise, because it's like because otherwise the segmented armor takes 72 hours, which I could.
Yeah, it takes 72 hours, Axe.
I said I could manage that.
Okay. Well, like I said, if it's triumphs, maybe you can just say it's something that they'll have at a future date.
That seems like a good one to be like, he can pin it for you and you can come back later.
But he does not have it now.
Let me look. How many different kinds of toolkits are
I'll try to work
it. Multi-hand tool. You don't need a concealed toolkit. You already have a custom toolkit.
Maybe he wants a tech recycler station?
I don't know how I'm going to use that, actually.
Actually, what does that do again, actually? Hang on.
It makes it you to scrap things, to get stuff out of it.
Yes, scavenge check with auto sorts components. Automatically recover. Hey, actually, no, you probably do want that. Automatically recovers materials equal to 50% cost on failed crafting checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's probably what he does, is like, hey, no, listen, I don't have what you're looking for, but if you're interested in crafting, I can sell you a recycling station at cost, which would be less than the toolkit, I think.
What's the cost?
It's 1,500.
Yeah, it's about 1,000 left, so less. So
it's also 8 a big boy.
Well, yeah, you don't carry the. It's made
it
that way so you do not carry it. You leave that at home in your workspace.
Yeah. Put that on a ship.
But yes, if you want to, without the doubling or anything, he'll give it to you, like I said, at cost.
I can pay that. Yeah, I can pay that.
If you want that, you can pick that up, and he will remember. He will keep an eye out. You want that? You want that intelligent toolbox?
Yep.
All right. I'll mark that money down.
My eyes instantly zoomed in on the line that says 25% time with Utini.
Well, yeah, that's because the Utini. This actually stacks with the Utini talent, which is rare, because that reduces. That's remove black on checks to scavenge or scrounge, and do checks in halftime. So tech recycling station is 25% time if you have the Utini talent. Gives you blue on checks to scavenge parts or raw materials, which might also be a thing you can do. And then if you fail the check, you automatically recover 50% of the cost on crafting.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
it
that
doesn't
was
count as
you
gold.
going to tech shops.
Yes.
And you can pick up your, because that's not restricted, you can pick up your customizable armor material.
Okay, I'll just pay the 500 credits here. Or did we double this case?
Doubles.
Yes,
Okay.
we double it. Armor doesn't grow on trees.
I'll mark that down too.
Unless it's wood armor.
Well, in that case, he wouldn't even need to pay money. He can just go into the trees with a
And it's
space
survival
with a
checks to get
vibro
out of
saw and just
Yep.
do some work.
Oh, I do have one thing I need to buy, and I'll wait for you guys.
Well, you should figure it out now because we're buying, we're shopping.
We shopping.
Yeah.
All right, so
I-
I guess let me see.
I mean, theoretically, oh no, yeah. So you can build light armor or reinforced clothing with a survival check. So yeah, technically, if you wanted to build either of those, you could just go into the woods and try
Yeah.
and get some raw materials.
Excuse me.
But
All right,
okie
so
doke. So this is
so-
you're gonna do the restricted
Tag-
stuff.
yeah, let's see here.
Which means you're probably gonna talk to Thrain Wolf.
Let's see. Well, I like the know it's just our armorer, I guess. It's like guns, armor. I got it all.
And
let's see.
that'll be the highest. Will be 8 for the segmented armor.
Yep. So we go through 8. Check 8 is still daunting.
8 still 4. Yeah. 8 9 is 4. Only 10 is 5.
Before you do it, this question: does technically, even if you had a triumph on the previous ones, it counts as a failure for the sake of your talent?
Oh, actually, yeah. No, you failed that check. Technically, do you
Oh,
want
that's
to
true. That's true.
Pool?
That's true. That's true. I will flip.
It's a very good call. Yes. There was no success showing that is a failure.
Ta-da!
I think might be useful.
In the future, but not right now. Let's see.
Okay.
You rule.
Your force dice have been helping it a lot actually already.
Listen, Chief. I am great at social checks. 4 force dice is
I love
never
you for
anything
it.
is
That's
never-
how he do the thingu.
Yeah. BV and I don't know, dude. I could put on the expensive jewelry, but I don't know.
It's only like a free V, isn't it?
Let me double check.
Your advantage is always helpful.
Yeah, I know it is, but I'm trying to think if it's something Aramaa does. Oh,
Fair.
advantage on charm and deception checks.
Oh,
So it doesn't help
actually
when they
play
go-
to negotiate.
I guess negotiation checks, yeah.
I was just wondering if it did. But
Yeah,
anyway.
that's what I was checking. No. So let me go back, and then
Okay, yeah, so...
So yeah, heck it. Let's just scoot all of that into success, I guess.
That's
So
another
that-
25% discount.
Yeah.
You just go up to Thrain Wolf and you just like, hey, listen, I'm doing a bulk, okay? Help me out here.
I'll throw in a free drink at the bar.
I do love those.
Well, no,
so I
she's
just
probably
re-
like, all right. You're a good customer. I can, She doesn't give you the Soheliv runaround. Anyway, yes, Loth, you know what you're getting.
Yes, I'm grabbing, because we recently fixed up my carbine with a grenade launcher, not too long ago, and I haven't been able to use it. I'm gonna go procure, 6 frag grenades to, use from it.
If I
Because I remember
correctly,
that'd
you
be
can-
specifically for grenade launchers.
If I remember correctly, we can get those at a 50% discount if we specifically buy them in a 6-pack. What type are you getting?
He said frag.
Oh,
Yes, it's frags.
frag out.
Clearly, I'm gonna get some thermal detonators.
I mean, I might have thought you might have got something like some ion or some EMP. Glop. Glop would have been funny.
I do have
Actually, so I couldn't find a bandolier in the list of equipment,
It's
but
in the
can
bottom.
I just say I put
Because it's
it
special.
is?
Yes, it's homebrew.
Yeah, I made it up for this reason.
Yes.
This is why you control F things.
Mm-hmm,
Don't
I
trust
tried
your
to-
eyes. Trust Daddy Google. And also double check that you're spelling bandolier correctly.
No, when I just loaded up the document, it wasn't letting me, but yeah, I see it now.
Well,
Yeah, it has
Google Docs
12
is a little
slots,
weird with like.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I can get 6 frag grenades and 6 ion or EMP grenades. Let me just
for my demolitions bag.
How much-
I actually
how much-
have.
Aren't you gonna stuff like more medical supplies into your bandolier?
that's what I've got my military belt pouches for. That's where the Stimpaks go.
What about
Well,
all
the
the
other
other
medical-
medical shit that you can't carry because it's too heavy?
Like Med-Aid patches, Novocaine, all those crazy things.
Okay, fine, never mind. I'll just get 6 frag grenades.
Man, he seems so disappointed that we want him to heal people.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Aramaa bought that bandolier and slapped it on you to be like, hey, here's how you can hold all that medical shit you complain about not being able to hold. Also, well, okay. You probably for spares, because I think the underbarrel just shoots regular grenades, but You've got limited ammo 6, so that means you put 6 in the gun.
Yes.
So.
Oh, actually, I've got limited ammo 5.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
because
you can't
the
buy a
last
six
one,
pack.
the last
Yeah.
one's like a formidable check. So
Yeah.
No, actually, I believe you skipped that one. I don't think you can get that one.
because I had to do the previous formidable check because after the fourth attempt was the fourth one, which is the fifth limited with 5 was.
Yeah.
formidable
I'm not like complaining about your performance. I'm just acknowledging that was a thing you can't do. So yeah, you're only limited to 5er anyway.
Yeah,
But
so I
yes,
get
they
5
go
use the
in.
rest
I
for
should
the,
say, from a technical standpoint, they go in the gun. So you don't actually need your bandolier slots to hold the stuff that's in it.
Oh, really? Okay, then good.
Yeah, because
But,
it's you go until 6 before you need, or 5. Sorry, before
in
you
which
need to
case,
reload.
I'll grab the bandolier anyway for all like the other miscellaneous med stuff.
Well,
I
you
can't
already
carry
own it.
in my-
Yeah, you already have a bandolier. That was the first bottle episode. Aramaa bought you one and shoved it into your face.
Yes. It was very
Okay,
nice.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot then. I did not write it down.
This is why you always write things down.
This is why I have it organized to have sections for things I have and things I don't have.
Okay, so
Anyway, we've solved
I'm
the
still
problem.
you're still getting a 6-pack because that's the discount price. Because that comes out to
Okay.
300 base. So you can
I'll
stick
pay
the rest on your fucking bandolier or in your back pocket. I don't care. So let me double check something here.
Stick it in your front pocket.
Let's see here. So there were 55. It'll be 300. Rarity 7. 7 is
Yeah,
hard.
7? Is that base 5 for frags?
Yeah, no, they're 55.
That's a little.
Yeah.
That's low. Well, I guess I see the logic. That's low cost, high rarity. That still seems a little spicy.
Stun grenades
Yeah.
are base 8.
No, stun grenades are base 4. Thermal detonators are base 8.
Oh, okay. The
Unrestricted.
shot side for stun grenades said damage 8. So.
No, we're talking rarity, my dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're talking about how hard it is to acquire.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If you're talking about damage, a thermal detonator is 20.
Well, damn.
And now all of you need to ask yourself, how does Omega remember what the damage value of a thermal detonator is off the top of his head?
That is the question. Yes.
No, I already have an answer. Is because someone has one somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my God, you're right.
Somewhere in the world,
Point
there's a
damage.
thermal detonator.
Some gangster has a
One
thermal
guy.
detonator on his belt.
All right.
Chekhov's detonator, anyway.
there's
It's
He
like
made the
okay,
ultimate
like-
move.
there's-
He's cut.
Let's see. That's a lot. Well, okay. So that's a lot of advantage. Let's double up on. Well, let's all throw all that into. Actually, Omega, if I throw that all into advantage, can I get another 6-pack of a rarity 5 grenade set for free?
I mean, you don't have to throw that on advantage. You already got 5 of those.
Okay, then I'll throw the other 3 in there. You'll get a 15% discount. And let's get. I'm gonna rustle
Yeah,
around.
you can pop anything that's rarity 5 or lower.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, let's grab some. Let's see here. Yeah, let's grab some ion grenades. Let's grab a 6-pack of ion grenades.
All right.
There you go.
You get a couple clusters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the Jawa market has fucked off. It's been like 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
So let me
They
see.
So
vanished
we're
into the.
gonna
They
go
vanished
there
into the scrap.
Sorry,
never
I
to
was
be
looking
seen
away.
again.
What did you grab, Lucky?
You got because Nola is my elf waifu. We were able to get you a 6-pack of ion grenades.
Yes, Lucky rolled a lot of advantage. Cut your cost by 15%. 16%. That doesn't work. And then bought you a spare a second mag clip, whatever, rack box.
Yep.
Carton.
I'll just list them down as frag and ion grenades,
Yep.
6 each.
Yeah, so that's going to cost you 255.
That's fine. I'll pay that.
And yes, everything's got the costo.
Yes, because you only got them that cheap because we're buying them in bulk.
And
Yep.
audience, you don't hear Marth right now because Marth is silently buying and flip-flopping and figuring out.
Yeah, it's like.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just because I'm just like looking at history material just to see if the Taru users actually use a pike at all.
I mean, it's got staff-like qualities, but like we said before, the getting the extra linked value on your
Yeah,
saber is
from what I
kinda-
know, the pike is more so trying to keep Ataru users away from you than actually trying to flex.
Yes. It's generally how polearms work. They're about reach and stuff. Okay. All right.
All right,
So,
is everyone done shopping?
Yeah, now I just gotta make. Now I gotta make something.
well, yeah. I don't know if Marth needs to roll to pick up anything, or is that all just old stuff you had?
Buying this stuff?
Yeah.
I'm just going to buy it. It's like rarity, don't think it's restricted at all, it's just like the cost.
Yeah, just need to know if you need to actually roll up anything.
Okay, well, the double lightsaber rarity is 5, but that would become 7.
Yep.
Okay.
7's still hard, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, 6-7 is hard.
Right.
I mean, Arama's
Right,
shopping.
so
She's
would
right
that
there.
get to- Yeah.
You-
Okay.
If you have cash, Aramaa has wares.
Discounts.
Yes. I'll give the cashier one then. Like,
Alright,
need some
so
materials
what?
for double-bladed lightsaber material.
Oh, I do know some people who deal in odd bits and pieces.
Lopak knows a guy.
You can find some scrap shops and some consumer electronics shops and stuff.
Alright, so
Apart
what's
from the crystal, most of the components for lightsabers are pretty mundane. Like in lore, people have built lightsaber hilts out of like literally a bike handle, or out of a fusion torch, etc. Which is also what our good buddy Taket did.
Yes. By the way, what's the difficulty on this, Marth?
7, so that would be hard.
Alright, cool.
Huh.
These
Man.
sports sites have been paying you off really well.
Well,
yeah, that
I guess
Force 4, man. Spicy.
it is
Yeah.
spicy.
This is a
But
really
I have
good
been-
one.
I have been getting a lot of double light, though, I will say.
Okay.
And there's a triumph there, too.
And there is a triumph in there. So that's 3K. So let's put 4 into success to make that a 25% discount. And then the last one, the 4 for 4 advantage, is you're buying lightsaber parts.
How many parts are you buying? How many sets of parts?
5.
Okay.
That's a lot.
If Aramaa doesn't want to do anything else with that triumph, we can just go ahead and make that 10. We can make that 10 bits of hilt parts.
Okay.
Keep trying over and over.
You just find a guy dealing in bulk. Also, is there perhaps Marth a lightsaber attachment you'd like to go ahead and preemptively acquire the components for?
What do I want from? I haven't even thought.
So
that
you can do
far
an
ahead.
extended handle on a double, on a double. Get a really long double.
How long would we extend it to?
A double-ended pike.
I'll say basically anything.
Oh, damn it, Max.
You both did that joke.
Yeah.
Funny
I
how
guess
minds
Martin.
think alike. Anything basically that's got the same rarity or less as the components you bought, I'll say is a freebie. You can just pocket that and don't have to think about it right now.
Okay, I'll pocket for now. I'll just say.
Aramaa, basically, like I said, you hit up the equivalent of Space Radio Shack, and
Like,
the guy's
Aramaa, why you come here? Every time you come here, you clean me out. Why you do this?
and he's like, today 2-for-1 deal, and you're like, okay, I'll take two sets of battery packs.
Y'all ripped me off. Need sale.
I'll take 2 sets of size 10x knobs, and just be like, randomly grab some shit.
Also, yes.
Power
it
cells.
actually exists.
Knobs, switches, wires.
Modules.
Basically,
Yeah,
turn your lightsaber into like a fidget cube.
No, turn it into a poppet.
Pull it!
Plasma.
There's definitely
Twist
got to
it.
be somebody's made a lightsaber edit of a Boppet commercial.
I never thought about that.
I was trying to think between either extended or curved, but I don't
Ooh,
think
a
a
curved
double
double.
lightsaber would.
I mean, you can.
But
Vendors
that
didn't
would be
necessarily
seen
use it
for
that
weird.
way, but she did have interlocking hilts that were curved.
Yeah, I was just trying to think about it, but I might just go for extended since it. since
Extended's a very good one.
yeah, gives
Aramaa
+1 damage.
Armand just glances at her
Leverage.
basic ass lightsaber and her broken Nyla's saber, and she just kind of sighs.
You'll find
Your
the right
fists are better
lightsaber for you.
weapons anyway.
The what?
Yeah, I still need to find out the right lightsaber crystal, so you're way ahead of. You still have lightsaber things there, so.
As soon as Aramaa shows the display case full of crystals.
It's like,
Well, no, I
I
don't
only
have.
think she's got like 1 extra now.
Yeah, no.
Oh, did Marth take it up?
oh,
No,
No.
Marth took the
and Kari's sapphire,
Yeah.
and he put the Bandogora crystal into one of the lightsabers just
Aramaa
to
put
be a
put the
reminder.
Bandocora crystal into
As a
You
Annihilation.
mean
lesson
Cavis
reminder.
put it in, not my...
I know. I said it wrong, but it's like,
Yeah.
everyone kind of.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Cavis had still kept the sapphire, and whether or not he used it as lightsaber, we don't know. But
What's the other one I have? I know I wrote it down. It's the Furcran crystal, the ultra dense one.
Furcran.
Yeah,
That's
damage
the
6
Homer
crit.
one?
Damage crit 2, breach 1, sunder, stun 1. When attacking a droid or vehicle, this lightsaber is treated as having the ion quality.
because if it had the ion quality all the time, kids at home, it would do jack shit. But
Right.
Omega understands if-then statements.
Oh yeah, I just droid or vehicle in search and I found Furcan crystal.
Yeah, so
You got that from, and technically it's not a literal Furcan crystal, it's a crystal that mimics those effects.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay,
you
so
got
it's
it outside
like
of beating up a
Furcan,
weird
like,
robot man.
I have a lot
okay,
of
so-
that.
Aramaa punched a weird goo robot, and she got a crystal drop out of it. It was a legendary loot drop.
it's
Wasn't it literally that I punched
Ah.
through it, grabbed something, pulled it out, and when I opened up my hand, there was the crystal?
Yes,
You pulled
we
out of
did
its
a cool
core, yeah.
thematic thing. You got the killing blow, so you punched it in its crystal heart and pulled out a crystal. But in terms of like joking about it, yeah, that was your legendary drop from killing the boss.
Oh.
You vote need.
He exploded into loot. Everybody else just found shitty commons they sold. Aramaa got the orange legendary.
We get paid in
Yeah,
exposure, aka
looks at it,
XP.
it's like, oh, it's written in purple, must be good.
Aramaa
Honestly, if I'm
Aramaa
gonna be-
opens the chest, opens the
Um,
first chest, gets that. Everyone else opens the common chest.
honestly, if I think about it, if I'm gonna be wearing jewelry, I might as well be wearing this diadem of dominance. Anyway, okay, so I think I'm done shopping. Anyone else need anything? Last chance, last call. Otherwise, we're gonna go find Lopak.
Okay, cool.
Well, actually,
So,
you can still talk to
fine,
Lopak,
too.
but I feel like I got a good in.
Mm-hmm. Well, our intent is to go find Lopak.
Yes, well, because you talked to Noah Thrainwolf,
Mhm.
Who is basically the legitimate arms dealer on Soheliv. She's fully licensed. You know, she's been selling you a lot of your mil-spec components.
Mhm.
You know, doing a lot of dealing in extraneous but licensed things.
Mhm.
And definitely she drops a word to you when you're in picking up your blaster suppressors, and whatnot from her, which basically she kind of lets you in on a line that she's been hearing some stuff that let's see, how would she phrase it? Basically, she would let you know that she understands you guys have done a lot to curb basically the contraband narcotics trade, because you guys kicked out the Hutt cartel and you dismantled the Bandogora and you legitimized the local outfits. But she points out that she's had a couple cases where people have come in with some stuff that clearly they didn't get from her, and so she mentions that she thinks it's not Republic stuff, so it's not like the first plot hook we tackled, which was stuff falling off the trucks, as it were. But she's noticed some people have been coming in with some illegal weapon spec that they've been picking up places, and been hearing black market rumors. So it sounds like there's a bit of trade in some. She just drops you a line to keep an eye out because she's seeing that there's some black market trade in some goods.
Black market weapons. That's no good. Well, I'll thank her for the tip, and we'll look into it. Yes. Clearly, Aramaa has a cosplay shop. Clearly. Sorry, I said Aramaa runs the protection racket, drugs and prunes and loans outfits on this planet. Because she kind of does. She literally organized the militia. She has clones on the ground. She funded the
Well,
Silver
yeah, you're not really
Scorpion
racketeering, but yes, you much like the funny commentary about how this is very similar to how Metahuman Renaissance turned out, where that was a lot of commentary where you guys were vigilantes who basically were exactly like a criminal gang, but for justice.
Yes.
But for
But
social
suppose-
justice.
Well,
This is
Boris
very
was-
similar where
Yeah.
you guys are the government, but you run in the same circles basically because funnily enough they're very similar.
Anyway, all right. Well, I'm trying to think. What's the best way to start getting a bead on illegal smuggling and weapons?
Streetwise or knowledge underworld.
I was thinking of
Streetwise is the skill to go to black market. You guys get a bonus because but you guys are the government, so you can buy from legitimate. You can buy from legitimately licensed and military contractors, so you don't have to roll streetwise every time you want something illegal.
Yeah.
I don't have knowledge, and I don't have streetwise.
Does anybody have knowledge underworld?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Because that is definitely your knowing about crime shit skill.
No.
But yeah, you could use streetwise to
Does
do kind of an
anyone?
investigation, get some word on the street.
I can do that because I feel like I might have to like shift out a different gear, but I can work on that.
Well, I mean, you guys are all. I assume you're all in
Or-
Bordy Radio together because you all had
Yeah.
to tell Aramaa what you.
Oh yeah.
And trust me, she doesn't. Aramaa, what's your encumbrance limit?
Limits?
Yeah, what's your threshold?
19.
That's pretty good. I still don't know if you could carry all this shit yourself, though. So
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, hell no. I'm not going to buy out all
I'm carrying
this
my
stuff.
own shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
not,
you're coming
we're
to-
not
yes, no,
carrying
like,
the.
it's-
We're not carrying the salvaging thing because holy shit, no. We're not carrying the text.
I will have it delivered back to base.
Yeah. Okay.
you send it via Spamazon.
Yep.
Can I get 2-day delivery? Can I get 1-day delivery on this? You roll the triumph. You can get whatever you want. That's really how it works. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so that's getting delivered back. But yes. All right. But yeah, Streetwise would be the thing. So, Camo, do you want to ask questions about black market stuff?
Actually, so I have a suggestion to make. I'm going to try as like a buffer, like to like just find black market locations. I'm going to basically ask around looking for an actual restricted item to see if I can actually find the code.
Okay. All right. So, there's two
Or
ways
the
to do
Netherlands.
this. One, you actually want a restricted item and you don't care about the information, in which case you roll a black market check, which will be just like a buying check, and maybe if you get some advantage, you can be like, and I found something.
Oh,
Or
okay.
you can actually want to get the information, and you can roll a streetwise check to do that, and it'll have a difficulty set on that, and maybe if you roll advantage on that, you can also find somebody to buy something. You can't
Okay.
you can't roll 2 skill checks for 2 things at once, buddy.
Okay, no, fair. The one was more just to be a cover for asking the questions, but yeah,
Okay, well then you should just try and roll advantage and have a cover.
that's fair. Okay.
Right.
The object in question is the Garrote Chrono, just as example for the thing, but always
Okay.
a dice check. So, what difficulty?
Alright, you're looking for info in town. I believe... Actually, hold on. There are charts about investigation. Do I have a good outline of how hard it should be? Networks, research, obscure... nah, this isn't like specialist research. Okay, we're gonna call it hard. Please add a setback, because you
Okay.
are a clone.
Fair enough.
And so people are instantly less likely to talk to you about stuff, because obvious cop is obvious.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, clearly, you need to wear a Hawaiian shirt like Tube the Clone to really blend in.
Mhm.
No, don't
Did
do
Dude
that.
the Clone actually wear a Hawaiian? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, he did. However, that would definitely be more setback dice.
I think it's
Just
the right
how
deck.
Tube the Clone likes it.
All right.
And this is why there are talents to get rid of black dice.
I don't have any of those, but yes.
I mean, you have plenty of them,
Hey,
just not for
well,
streetwise.
that's something. 2 threats.
Okay. All right. No. All right. Got it. Are you like going full blown gumshoe beat the pavement while you go off on your own and do this, or like is this like you're circling around the group and reporting back what you find?
I think I'm taking a while because I'm trying to like make
All
it
right.
not look like it's connected. But
So, A team, what are you guys doing? Because Camo, either Camo
Just
overheard
muted
you
off.
discussed with him the Three Wolf information,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I'll be right back."
Guess
What?
we
Oh,
should
lunch
check
break?
around ourselves.
Well, we do know some people. They might end, like I said.
Like
Bill
Loth.
Eastern and Silver Scopaconda, they went legit, but they might know something in the circles.
Yeah.
If push comes to shove, as he likes to say, Lopak knows a person.
Lopak knows many
Okey-dokey.
people.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna go check in. I'm gonna go check in with the Still Easterns and Silver Scopacondas and see if they have any leads that might help.
Okay.
Hmm?
And if that doesn't
somewhere.
work, I'm gonna head over to Lopak. As I said, I know people. I don't know how to find people.
I'll just come with because I probably get lost in this place.
Oh yeah, well I guess it'll be a good time for me to introduce you and introduce some of the outfits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get to meet Lopak for the first time. If we don't
And this is
find
probably Web's
information.
first time in Mort Iridu.
Mhm.
Kind of an interesting thing to see. It's been a while since we've been here, so I'll remind everybody, Mort Iridu has kind of a multi-level construction. It's kind of like Chicago and some other cities like that, where,
Okay.
being built on a marshland, there's the actual quote-unquote street level is built quite a ways up above the bottom level, and then there's the undercity, which is basically series of catwalks, cellars, tunnels, etc., that clustered all up in the stilts and things that go under the city and raise it above the water level. A lot of overhangs, awnings, lamp light.
Lamp.
Okay.
All right, so not the Silver Scorpicondas, it's the other one.
Still Eastern.
Steel Eastern, that's right, the Steel Eastern gang. You guys probably want to go talk to them because they have a club, basically a bar and grill or whatever,
Yeah.
and turn into a smoke shop.
Yep.
So you guys go to check in on them. So, while you're having a polite conversation with them about stuff,
Mhm.
we're going to do a lovely smash cut gag. So, Camo Man,
Mhm.
you ask around, and you're like, hey, I'm looking for some stuff that's not maybe military, like a little something. And you kind of asking people, you talk to some people. They kind of give you some side eye, but you're since your cover story is the Garot Chrono, you're kind of like, okay, sure, that makes sense.
But there's stuff like not something like you can find any military dispatch
Right.
or shit.
Yeah, that doesn't seem too out of character. So you're kind of directed to a little bit of a back alley. Off the spaceport. There's a door. You're to knock 3 times there, and you're gonna ask for they let you know that the guys bringing in the goods are called the Friends of Red. You assume Red is supposed to be like a proper noun. So you've got an address to go and do an ask. What are you doing now?
This feels like something to report back to boss about, and then probably actually check it out with him in their nearby area.
Hey, what's your vigilance like?
Give me a moment there. That's just 2 yellows.
Okay, so while I definitely am not rolling dice, Aramaa, you sit down for a talk with. Shoot, I don't think I read his name. You have a name for the leader of the Steel Eastern?
No, I believe he said call him Captain or something.
Maybe, yeah, he's whatever. He's the captain. You have a talk with the captain. You have a chatty. So he's just smoking some kind of weird root cigar. Yeah, tanned space leaves. And he's just he's having a polite conversation. So what are you asking?
Oh, I was just about to ask if anyone's been moving in on old routes, making new routes, anybody of interest come through, and I say interest in the negative fashion.
Okay. No need for him to really roleplay through this. He basically is like, you ask about it, and he's like, well, we haven't seen anything in our old routes. Nobody's taken over the territory. We're still here. We just don't,
Mm-hmm.
We've moved up in the world. Our production, he kind of gestures at basically the smoke shop you're in. We've moved up in the world. We don't need to do,
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to make Booster Blue or Neutron Pixie by siphoning, space fuel or whatever. We can actually, grow and sell real stuff here. And actually, he talks about he's been negotiating with the guys who took over the shoot, I forgot the name. The back to plant from
Musco?
Musco, that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been in talks to basically become an officially licensed Bacta dealer.
Neat.
So they're going up, so that nobody's moved into their old space. But he's been hearing rumors. He still has some of his old contacts. Some people didn't want to go legit, so they cut ties. What can you do, right?
Yeah.
He tells them that, all right, I won't do business with you anymore. But he's been hearing from some of his old contacts that a couple of things. One, that somebody is still dealing in some of those old, not the heavy stuff like Glitterstim or Rill, not the good stuff. But somebody is still dealing in spice in town in small amounts to the discerning clientele. And he's come across a couple of people handling old doses of stuff like Booster Blue, Gunjack, etc. Stimulants, performance enhancers, that kind of stuff. Not like get fucked up shit, but like performance enhancing substances. Your space meth and whatnot. But also he has noticed that there's a little bit of this black market activity has been in people have also been talking about bringing in of embargoed goods. Because there are quite a few worlds that are part of the Separatist Alliance now, Federation Independent Systems, and officially there's absolutely no trade between them and Republic worlds. But, and this actually came up last time, you guys did not decide to invest in it, but you do know that there is, for instance, wine from Ando, the Aqualish home planet, is actually really high quality. Well, they're one of the first systems that joined the Separatist crisis, so that stuff's really hard to get right now. But the captain lets you know he's seen a couple of people, selling bottles out of the back of speeder trunks, talking about getting finding a lucky shipment kind of thing, and he tells you, "Listen, I know you're not part of this business. I was in this a while. There's no such thing as a lucky shipment. That's a lie. That's what we say. We say it fell off a truck, or we say we got a lucky shipment off world. That means that they've got somebody smuggling it in. So he doesn't know who's doing it. He guesses they must be off-world, probably through like a contact or two. Like they probably got a local guy. Obviously they didn't do a super lot of off-world trading, but they did some. They probably have like a local guy who's a point of contact. He says it's not one of his guys. He's pretty sure. Those are all still legit. And then they probably have somebody to kind of format this stuff through and are running a black market operation in contraband of various types. He doesn't mention anything about weapons, but you can put two and two together. It seems unlikely that there are two brand new black market outfits that nobody knows about in town. And do you have any further questions for him?
No, let's see here. So, nothing in new rounds. He has heard there are people probably off-world smuggling.
Yeah, he doesn't know about any new routes opening up, but he can tell you that's almost assuredly what's happened. They kept their old distro routes basically, or they still have all the people that ran them, so nobody's been talking to his old runners or anything. But somebody's making some new routes and they're selling some stuff on the down low.
What's the best way to find out these new routes?
Well, I was about to say, if you don't have any further questions for the captain...
Yeah, no, I'm thinking I'm good.
This is probably a good time. Camo actually pops up with you.
I was thinking about the same thing, yeah.
Which, while it's not exactly the same, he does kind of have some info.
Yeah, probably
as
like
you kind of leave the smoke shop.
Probably like the various trail he went through, and then like the name Friends of Red. There's like this whole like alley one in like a corner of the city where it's like you knock 3 times and say the name.
Yeah, but you came back to report this, so you would have been there yet. But he let him know. So it sounds like Friends of Red might be the name of the outfit.
Do you have a name?
I was thinking of trying to check it out, and like maybe you be nearby if things go bad.
That is not the right channel.
Well, we could always just do like we did with. She thumbs back at us, and we can go casual, and actually see. Or I can go on my own, and you guys be on standby. He said, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's talking.
I trust you wholly in that.
Yep.
So this is what we're gonna do. I am gonna go see what they have. Oh, let's try to find something fun. Recently, thermal detonator's been on my mind, and we definitely aren't gonna be finding any of those anywhere soon.
That is an arms deal.
So. Let me get this straight. I go to this location. I knock 3 times. What was the code again?
Friends of Red.
Yeah, you're looking for Friends of Red. Or the past names might be something like Red sent me. The usual.
I'll do that. So let's run back to base. Let's put on the civvies, and we will find out.
So as you guys are leaving this section, either through the Undercity or the top entrance, I don't actually know where you'd go. You guys are kind of minding your business, strolling out. Wevuguk kind of stands at the back of the team. You're lurking behind a little as you do. And just out of an alley, a guy kind of walks out and just full-blown trips over your space otter tail, which I believe you have.
Yes.
So just there's all of a sudden you feel a slight tug on your tail, and there's a loud clang behind you, and a guy just eats shit. Clonk.
What?
Oh, just stop and turn around.
Just stop and turn around. It's like,
Okay.
say,
So yeah, you see a guy, pretty standard spacer. He's wearing goggles for some reason on his head. He's got a jacket. He's got long pants. Got some sturdy boots, gloves. You see like a standard issue blaster pistol at his hilt.
Mhm.
He's kind of, shakes himself off.
you're right
Oh.
there.
Yeah. Sorry. Don't. Sorry. Wasn't looking where I was going. Not used to. He kind of gestures at. He gestures a gesture that's like at ankle height and vaguely towards your tail. Sorry, wasn't looking down there.
Mhm.
My bad. Kind of. Looks like a similarly dressed individual, kind of like another spacer. This one maybe wearing like mechanic coveralls, got some spanners and stuff dangling from their belt. Just kind of runs out and helps him to his feet. Says, "Hey, whoa, buddy, watch where you're going." No roll for this. All of you notice these guys don't sound like they don't have Soheliv native accents.
Let me. I would like. Hang on, actually, let me double check something here real quick.
Kind of dusting off and shaking it out.
Oh, there's no scrutinize.
What kind of
That'd
check
be
is it?
That'd be per.
No,
Yeah.
I do not.
What?
Oh, so I'll go up to the actually let me double. No, I do not have the ability to do. Hang on.
What?
I was going to use sense and see if I can get some brain on the dude and see if he's actually.
I believe that's at least one or two control upgrades in his surface thoughts.
Yeah, no, but I can only search. So I think I can only search emotion. Yeah, no, I only have a magnitude upgrade.
Is
But-
it a?
What?
Go ahead,
But-
Max. Wax said like two things. Like, what are you trying to do here?
I said go. Go. Sorry.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
We're lucky.
Well, so Aramaa will scoot up and she'll be like, "Oh dear, are you okay?" Like grab him by the shoulders, twist him around, look about. It's like everything looks okay, and yeah, I'm gonna do just the sense and get the emotional state.
All right.
Might not be.
While Lucky is rolling, is it alright if I will afterwards also make a perception check? Because this is not because Boots thinks these guys are, sus. No. I am rolling because I think they are sus, but he's rolling because he thinks they may have tried to pickpocket Wevuguk just now.
Yeah, sure. You had that problem, and you're like, "What's going on with these guys?" You're like, "Want to give them the eyeball?" Okay,
But
roll
I'll
me.
roll after Lucky.
Yeah,
No, you should roll at the same time. You're doing 2 lines, no waiting.
Right.
Roll me an
Okay.
average perception check, Boots. These guys are not nemeses, so I don't think it's worth. Yeah, spoiler. This isn't a nemesis stat block. I don't think it's worth
Right,
rolling
Webby knows
an
that
opposed
she got
charm. So just roll.
pickpocketed before.
You can
Yeah,
just
average
roll.
perception.
Average perception. Just roll force dice, Lucky.
Oh, it's is
Yeah,
this
there's
force
no.
dice?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
no. There's unless it says it's an opposed check.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah.
These guys are not big enough deal to oppose.
Wow.
I'm just gonna
Wow.
roll
Wow.
perception.
Okay, this is all gone kind
I'm
of
just
messy.
gonna roll perception to
No.
see if I can notice.
I originally was going to ask
Do-
if like
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
Get
Are
your
you
thing
saying-
out, Axe. Say it.
I was just trying to ask if like I could just when they showed up, Camo would just like try to look them over. It's like, is this an outfit they're doing, or is it just what they're actually just normally wearing, kind of thing? And if it's like any trail of what they actually usually wear, kind of thing.
Okay, that's a weird way to phrase that, but sure, you can roll average perception on them also.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it sounds like everybody else is eyeballing up, go ahead and roll it out.
Yeah, I think.
Lucky,
Webby
are you gonna
would start
spend any of those
doing
dark side pips on sense?
No, I'm
Okay.
not.
You
Lucky, look,
you don't
you
really
rolled
get it
well-
good. It's kind of there's a few hazy emotions around, and you're distracted by the fact that all 3 of your companions suddenly radiate suspiciousness and paranoia. Just kind of.
I was trying to do like a weird like spy thing of like checking them. If, like,
You're
if it's-
doing your due diligence. It's fine. No, that's good. I
Yeah.
expected it.
I've tried to word it better, but I always get faltered.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, you worded it weird, but no, you were focused on like wondering what their deal is, right?
Yeah.
Boots notices nothing because you're busy focused on like the pickpocketing thing. You're pretty sure they didn't do that, but because you checked that, you don't actually learn anything important. Because since they aren't pickpockets, it's not important. Narrative is weird. Okay, interesting. So whoever didn't roll a lot of things, but did roll a triumph. So she gets some interesting information. Camo. You rolled well and got some advantage. So, you're kind of like looking them out and checking your stories. Well, first of all, 2 advantage. You notice there's a third guy dressed like a spacer. Kind of got the pilot look, but instead of the kind of the vest look, he looks like he's got kind of a loose space tunic open, and kind of got some. He's wearing a couple of like utility belts and stuff. But isn't Soheliv style survival fashion. So you see kind of a third guy kind of whistling while he works in the back of the alley there.
Like they were waiting for something.
Yeah, no, like there was some stuff going on, but yeah, but also because you rolled 3 successes, you think back to yourself, and retroactively, because they rolled like 5 successes, even though they only had green dice, but they did roll a despair, which is why they tripped over Wevuguk. You're pretty sure these guys have been following you. Now that you think about it, you think you've seen their faces since you've been doing your thing.
Yeah.
Since you asked your questions and circled back to the group. Now, hold on, I also might sneeze in the middle of this, but Wevuguk. 1, you rolled advantage on a success. You also noticed the third guy. And I'll say with your triumph, the thing you notice is that actually, let's say maybe it was probably more like, well, whatever. Maybe it's your success, I'm thinking. Because you wouldn't recognize that these guys are sus because you weren't with Camo, but
Yeah.
Well, I'll say you can definitely confirm you aren't missing anything, so it's weird that he just tripped into you. It looks like he legit just tripped.
Yeah.
Like a goofus.
I mean, if we're just like Jedis and clones, I'd find it really weird that people want to actually walk close to us.
Yes.
Yeah,
no,
but that's
like
also
there's
an
a little
issue.
bit of a suspicious air to them. But with your triumph, you notice that the second guy, in his not hand that he extended to help his buddy out, is definitely crammed into one of his, because I said he was wearing like a utility coverall, right?
Mm-hmm.
With lots of tools and stuff. His offhand is definitely deep in a pouch. Looks like grasping a blaster, like just in case skis. So you notice all 3 of these guys are like armed and whatnot. And
Okay.
yeah, like I said, Camo has a flashback and is like, wait a second.
He has a brain blast.
Well, Buzz said, well, I don't get anything, so I give the man a once over, and I'll be like, well, if you look okay, nothing else, we're gonna get going.
He may look okay, but I'll look even better in a Hawaiian shirt. Let's go.
And
Yeah,
really
but
kind of
what-
like,
okay.
yeah, okay. The friend kind of checks him out and says, yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go about our business.
Hmm?
And they start to meander back up the alley, back towards their friend.
As we have some distance, I'm probably going to like nudge Aramaa, like, they've been following me for a bit, or actually, I think he probably words it more of like, those faces are quite familiar, almost like I've been seeing them around town a bit too much.
Aramaa is going to stop. I'm like, how long did you wait to say this?
As soon as we made some distance from
Yeah,
them.
but to say
like,
out of earshot, it sounds like
yes, like 10 seconds.
enough that they can't overhear you.
So, Camo, you ran around the underworld, dressed as a clone, found some information, got followed back, made up with the group that you're attached with, and then let them find out who you're talking to and what they look like, and you decide they should just walk away?
I feel like I don't know if Camo just started bolting or what right now.
Camo, guess what?
What?
You're now on capture duty. Boots, please assist them. And Camo, you're getting graded for this.
Yeah.
Understood.
They all are.
All right.
Yeah.
Trying to run after them.
Hey, don't sass Camo. I rolled 2 red dice. These guys with a couple of
That second
boost
guy,
dice and
he
3
had
green
a-
dice.
Blaster.
What, Marth?
Marth is like breaking up or something. He's talking over me. It's
Oh,
weird.
sorry. Yeah.
That's fine. I think you're coming in clear. You were kind of.
It's like they rolled amazingly. You said they rolled 5 successes.
Yeah, they rolled
Yeah.
I think 4 success because they rolled a threat despair. So I was like, okay, so this is gonna come back to bite them. But for the moment, they get away with it scot free.
Yeah. Like I said, if you had just said, hey, boss, these guys have been following me, I would have punched him and we would have dragged him and interrogated him.
I just didn't want to cause a scene immediately. Sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
I mean,
just-
Aramaa can only punch one man at a time. So
Fair
yes,
enough.
that could have. If you had done that, there definitely would have been some kind of full blown street violence.
Yeah.
But now okay, so you're gonna go on a chasey.
Yeah, I also have a bonus for tracking them, so if they're not that far off, because I think it's only been less than a minute since they went out of sight range.
let's roll a negative die for this. Let's see how they reacted.
See if they started running away or they started like
Yeah, they
trotting away.
let's see if they got a brain in them. Yeah, okay, that's a full. So yes, they do our brain. Yeah, you're gonna need to roll me a survival check. Let me figure out the difficulty. Hold on. Because
Alright.
yes, they did. The moment you guys got around that corner, just like how you guys were waiting for out of your shot. They fucking bolted. So let's see. That'll probably be based on stealth. So let's call that a hard survival check. Also, I need to go pee, so I'm gonna pause it while you roll those dice.
No black dice?
No, I don't think they've had any time or situation to switch it. Oh, actually, also, if you want to, you can roll Streetwise instead, because it's urban tracking, but also you can just fucking touch and fondle the ground like a weirdo.
I also have expert tracker, so I just
Yeah.
cut the time for this in half. So.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping that in mind. You're gonna do it fast, but you gotta roll it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause the recording and go pee real quick. Okay, we alive. Did X roll? Yes, he did. Or isn't that your perp roll? Did you roll again for tracking?
No, I was waiting for you to get back because I thought
Okay,
you'd do that.
you should have rolled it while I was gone.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Now the audience has to wait
Yes.
All right.
on you.
Sure.
Yes, I will say this, Axe. Part of OPSEC is not letting people who know stuff get away.
Fair enough.
Operational security is people don't know what you do, people don't know who you are, and don't know why you do things.
Yes.
This, actually, no offense to Loth and X, I don't know if I would take you guys along on like a Knights Black Agents game or something. I don't know if you guys can be OPSEC enough.
I feel like if I was given enough rundown and ruling, I probably could do it. It's just something.
That's the problem. You would need a lot of baby time, and by that time, a vampire's already eaten Lucky.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
And yes, I don't like. As I said,
Marth.
if we've been made, no, you do not send people out by themselves.
Was there a different difficulty or add more difficulty dice for that?
No, that was supposed to be hard. Roll more purple.
All right, I'll do that.
This is why I actually need to pick up knowledge warfare. Heck.
Okay.
All right, so that'd
4
be
success,
one-
1 triumph,
One triumph, one threat.
Okay. All right. So you guys, clone boys, you turn a corner. You look for those guys. They're fucking gone. But you see splashes of water, smudges of footprints on the ground, and Camo goes into predator mode and just follows these guys.
Put on the suppressor.
Take a strain. Take a
All right.
strain because you have to track them very fast on foot.
Gotcha,
So it's stressful. It uses up some of your energy.
I will be following the clones, just a bit back.
Yeah, you're gonna follow them loosely. You're not gonna follow the trail.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I roll? See how far they get? Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's actually. I know they booked it. Let me roll. Let me just roll. Okay, 2 success. That's pretty fair. Assuming it's simple to just book it down the street. Okay, but you do roll 4 successes and a triumph, so they don't. Just to let you know, it's not like they're eluding you or anything. I just wanted to actually be okay, let's
Yeah,
double check.
they probably just made some distance.
Yes, so you catch sight of these guys booking it towards the spaceport. They basically run to the nearest set of stairwell up to the surface, because you can't take off ships underground. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
And then you confirm that by going up the stairs to follow them. And so you get a pretty good line on where they're going. They are beating feet directly to the spaceport. I will say with a triumph, you exactly know, because you've jogged through this city in a tense combat situation before. You know exactly what alleys to take to cut them off. To cut them off before the spaceport if you want to do that.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh, I do have actually the sense loss control. Good job.
Oh, well, you could have tried to.
Yeah, I said I got 4. I got all.
You got 4 black, so you wouldn't have been able to brain scheme him anyway, unless you wanted to be really creepy about it. But still, decent. Anyway, okay.
Depends later. Maybe later if I should be unweighted up.
Also, remember, you guys are still in all your gear, so you're still calmed up and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you track them. You actually catch sight of them again, and you know how to cut them off if you want to do that.
I kind of want to cut them off, so I'm probably going to give coordinates to Aramaa and Wevuguk about where to go as we Boots and I go to the other direction. To
That's a good point. Then, how do you? Because you're giving the coordinates. How do you want to set this up? Are you because you could cut them. You and Boots could cut them off first, and then you could let Aramaa and Wevuguk know what streets to go to basically come up behind them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Or you could do the other way and direct those two where to cut them off. How do you want to do this pincher?
Can I ask what kind of check that would work, or would it just be a thing that happens?
No check. Just because you have the triumph and you have the information and you're passing it on, you can basically arrange this how you like. So who do you want to appear in front of them and behind them, basically?
I will
Well,
have. Loth, you say?
Well, since you and I have already, gone off ahead of them, it makes sense for us to cut them off and then Wevu and Aramaa come up behind.
Might as well, honestly, in this case, because it's like we're already doing the run. So
No, all right, okay. Yeah, no further need to roll anything. You guys can. How many ranks of condition do you guys have? You get one for free, at least.
we get 2 physical training. Or
Two
one
physical training. That's what
and
I'm looking for.
we get 1, and then you get 1 usually for most clone trees starting off.
Yeah, no. You guess what? You guys could do a fucking run through a city. It's not a big deal. So basically, you guys do your maneuvers. You do your whole thing. I assume I will ask them because you guys are player characters. You do have free will. Wevu and Aramaa, will you follow up on the pincer?
I will follow up on the pencil.
Okay, so you guys will appear behind them. And you guys don't have to roll anything either because shortcuts. He tells you where to go, so no need.
Over here, jump over this point.
So you guys basically catch them in an alley. That's a cut into. There's like a back fence into the spaceport. And so they're about to make a run, and then just you guys, the 2 clones step around the corners and fill the end of the alley. The 3 guys take a squirt. You got any one-liners?
Well, looks like I won't need my Hawaiian shirt for this.
All right. They're confused, but they immediately spin. They're going to go around, and then suddenly there's... I assume Aramaa has her arms crossed?
Yes.
Does Wevu also have her arms crossed, or they're just 2 arm-crossed ladies on the other side of the alley?
Aramaa will say... We'll say, ignore him. You're going to be talking to me.
One of them kind of harshly whispers to the other, "Man, I told you we should have just bailed when there was a Jedi." The other one's like, "Shut up, don't say nothing. That's how they get you."
Actually, if you wanted to say a one-liner, I just had that immediately.
No, I didn't have to be at the moment.
I gotta be honest. Camo's probably 50-50 on one-liners. Like, sometimes I think he feels like saying something sassy, but other times he's just the strong silent type.
It just depends if he draws his gun or not yet.
So they're kind of backed into a corner. They form a tactical triangle, hands in pockets, and they're just like, the spaceriest one is just kind of like, "Listen, we're sorry about tripping over your friend, but we don't want no trouble."
Oh, I'm pretty sure you don't want any trouble. But if you didn't want trouble, you shouldn't have been following my boy.
Does it look like we're following him? It kind of looks like he followed us.
Now you're trying to play cute.
I'm trying to play don't get beat up by a Jedi and some clones in an alleyway.
Yeah,
to be quite honest. That would really ruin my vacation plans.
Vacations, huh?
Here for vacation?
No, I'm gonna... This guy, this is the captain looking, the pilot looking guy, just kind of face palms with one of his hands and says,
Aramaa is face palming as well.
Just Jedi.
Yeah. Normally it's me who says the things that causes Aramaa to face palm.
It was kind of meant to be like kind of a mocking thing, but fair.
The techie looking guy just kind of is like, "I told you them clone boys they're not right. They don't got a sense of humor."
Now I just image Solid Snake saying that kind of joke, and everyone just like, okay.
That would definitely be Snake would try to joke, and everybody would just be like,
"Snake, don't joke.
Don't do that. Shush."
Don't do that. Anyway,
okay.
So, let's lay out facts here, boys. I sent my friend here. She gestures.
One of them trips on a pipe in the alley.
My boy is to go help me find a certain item, and he comes back to me, tells me where I might be able to find certain item, and then we run into you boys, in which my boy says that he's seen them guys following you about a May. So either you're following him because you think he's super dang interesting in his fancy clone armor.
He is the third one speaks up. He is a very fancy clone, ma'am.
Thank you.
Head down as he's saying that.
Or someone is very curious as to why a clone's running around maybe looking for something not so respectable. Now, which is it?
They kind of pause. Well, we're just trying to go back to our ship.
Aramaa starts walking closer.
Okay.
Boots will follow suit.
Here's the thing. If they draw a gun, Camo's gonna draw his gun and point it, like have it pressed against one.
You're not that close.
Okay, fair enough.
It stays back, but it has a...
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Aramaa, what's
by-
your
by
perception?
ready.
Oh, we forgot to. Well, Skirk's probably gonna. I'll say Skirk is off doing something else.
Yeah, you guys didn't. You didn't explicitly say you were bringing her shopping.
Yeah.
You got a lot of NPCs. You need to be specific sometimes.
Yeah. Yep.
Not
Yes.
aware.
Okay. What's
Not
your
aware.
perception?
It will just be 2 green.
Okay. All right. You start approaching. Pay no mind to the man doing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, that's a good question. Boots, what's your per?
2 yellows.
Actually,
Oh, nice.
I don't think he'd even.
I should probably put some next to my perception score now.
Okay.
Smoke bomb.
No, it's not a smoke bomb.
I know.
It's got a
was
bomb.
No. These guys actually have skullduggery, so that was a surreptitious check to do something surreptitiously. So as Boots approaches from the front back, because like I said, they kind of form a triangle, the two on that side kind of bunch together and kind of like hold up hands and be like, whoa, 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 why are you approaching me? And unfortunately, Aramaa, you don't catch that this guy's done a quick draw until he's got his gun up, leveled probably at your chestish area, area-ish, as you're walking up.
Mhm.
And kind of leans back. You guys, the clones behind can't see because they're screened by the other guy.
Yeah.
So Aramaa, what do you do?
I keep walking,
Okay.
and she'll be like, "If you pull that trigger, it will not end well for you."
Okay. Roll coercion and take a conflict. These guys have 2 willpower. It's average. I mean,
Is
you're
it?
threatening him. You're gonna have a bad day if that happens.
Yeah, so I'm warning him to take a path that does not end with him shooting that trigger.
Okay, still roll coercion. Don't take a conflict. Fine.
Yes.
I think he was probably supposed to be a little more strictly played than that, but sure, I get what you're going for. You're trying to tell him to take the... You're
Don't be
scarily
violent.
telling him to take the path of nonviolence.
Yes.
Tell
Because
you,
I
violence is a bad
I
idea.
do not actually have any intent to actually punch him at this moment.
May
But
pull the
if
gun.
fire, but if he does, well, then I'll be fixing to defend myself.
Well, he may also be fixing to defend himself, as you're approaching him menacingly, because you can't kick the shit out of him from over there.
I will. Yeah, I can. I have force strike.
Actually, that's true. You could kick the shit out of him from back there.
And I have throwable force knives.
You could do a lot of things from over there. But anyway, roll that coercion. It's average.
How to reach now?
Let me see. Let me double check. Yes, coercion is willpower. I will.
Boots, are you changing your behavior any?
And I do get that for.
Hold on.
And these are specifically spacers, so I do not get advantage.
Nope.
That will be green, blue,
I am
He is
using the
approaching,
smuggler
he
stat
is-
block from allies and adversaries.
And what is? Oh wait, no, that's 3 willpower. What was my difficulty again? I'm sorry.
Average 2s. 2 willpower target.
Yeah. Boots is only approaching. He's not making any threatening gestures or anything, but he's basically trying to act as backup to Aramaa just in case.
I got 2 lights, so let's make it 3 success, 3 advantage.
All right. So he kind of narrows his eyes at you, and then he just kind of tucks the gun away. You do notice that he did have it set to stun. And just kind of taps his buddies on the back, and they kind of rustle around and lift their hands up and be like, "All right, well." He kind of nods and says, "All right, you got a point, ma'am. However, I am reasonably well versed on my Republic laws. I do not believe it is illegal to be seen walking in the same area as somebody."
No, it's not. But I said we do have reports of suspicious individuals, and therefore it falls to us to act upon any suspicious activity that we deem fit. And as a Jedi, we do have particular non-violent methods to help ascertain the truth. So I will use one of these methods upon you, And if what you say is true, well, and you are just a trio of people moving about your days, well, then that is our bad. But if not, then we will have to take appropriate action. So, Aramaa will move to engage with the man.
All right.
She will.
Okay. I mean, he's gonna like you intimidated him away from violence. He isn't gonna let you use your. No, don't use your witchcraft upon my mind. Like, no, he's not gonna stand there and let you force brain him. But we'll probably see how that goes, I guess, if you roll. Because they will backpedal until they bump into clones who will prevent them from backpedaling. So you should try and roll that beautiful sense footage again.
Let's try this again.
Here we go.
So again, well, actually, yeah. Let me try. I will start walking in towards them and ask, "What were you doing? If you do not want this, well, actually, what's the role to detect lying? I haven't even tried that yet. I just
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think he's actually tried to lie per se. He's just said it's not illegal to follow somebody.
Yeah,
Because obviously,
It's just being obfuscating. It's not very lying.
yeah.
I gotta be honest, it's been a little bit since you said it. I don't even know, like you said, which of the two things was it? And Omega was like, did you say two things? Like, I don't remember if you gave him a question, but yes, so far they have not, they've been like, it's not a crime to be, they're basically taking the legal defense. They're pre-lawyering you. Yeah. They're like, you got nothing on me, copper. And you're like, I do, you're sus. And they're not, and you're not wrong, they are sus. Well, okay. You take it on the faith of all your other party members that they're sus.
Yes.
It is technically true. Aramaa at no point has actually detectified their susness.
Yes.
But, they have not, they haven't admitted to anything, and they haven't also directly lied about anything. You haven't gotten them to really admit anything. But you're gonna try and invade his brain now.
I'm gonna invade that brain. I want to invade that brain.
All their brains.
Is that like one detail per force pip?
Oh,
how does that work
here?
Dear Fantasy Flight, why didn't you release a book that was just all the force powers? That would have been nice.
Oh, the Force Lexicon.
I mean, they've done it for gear. They've done it for NPC stats. They've done it for ships.
Why couldn't they do it for career ultimate
control ability. The user gains the ability to detect the thoughts of a target. This power gains the effect. Spin force pip. The user senses the current thoughts of one living target with whom he is engaged. The user may activate this multiple times.
Yes.
Okay, I guess that means you can probably skim all of them if you want to.
Yeah.
You could also do it from farther away.
Yeah, let's go. Sure. Let's spend one for range so I can do it at.
Okay, that's good because they are backpedaling.
Yes.
So you don't have to keep trying to make him freak out. So you raise a hand and you start. It's a little. Excuse me. It's a little jumbled, but basically the key thoughts you get from this guy, are basically and his friends are basically a mix of like, we got to get back to the ship. Thank goodness we're running empty. It's like one of them thinks something like, it's too bad we can't warn Red, stuff like that. Basically, they want to get back on the ship and leave. They're thankful they're not carrying any contraband currently, but they do appear to actually be scared and intimidated and are like, they know the name Red and they're thinking about whoever Red is in this moment.
Wow. Well, that Aramaa will
also, okay. Jedi are trustworthy. I gotta say, this as a Colonel Justice Major, this is weird because under normal circumstances, there's no fucking way mind bullets are admissible in court. But also, you are the courts, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Did they just take your fucking word? That really explains how bullshit the system is and why people after Order 66 were like, yeah, maybe those guys weren't all they were cracked up to be.
Or they also can force they also can mind bullet Aramaa check.
Oh no, that's literally the Jedi thing. It's like, I am judge, jury, and executioner. Literally. Are you gonna stop me? I have a laser
executioner, but definitely like, no, you're part of the you were before the Grand Army, you guys were out adjuncted to the Judiciary Department. So yes, no. There's like, are you going to tell me a Jedi's lying?
And if not,
But yeah, okay. So you've got that info.
Okay. Well, it doesn't explain why necessarily they were following, but
Yeah, sadly, they're not really thinking about that part right now.
no.
you
But
did
like I
get some
said,
clues.
they are connected to Red. They were running contraband. They are empty, but not. Also, they're not running back to Red. They're actually trying to run the fuck away.
Yes, I would say you probably have enough info to tell the clones to basically book them.
Yeah.
You don't know if any charges will stick, but you could probably arrest them on some suspicious activity and like search their ship, etc.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No. So yeah, I'll stop eventually and be like, I see. You're empty for now.
The one in the engineer's coverall seems to be the kind of the flighty one. He's kind of like, no, she stole my brain thoughts. His buddy just elbows him in the guts. Shut up, team.
Well, thanks. Well, that's enough suspicion to book you for a night of Republic hospitality.
I feel like algae burgers.
He just kind of sighs and holds the lead one, the pilot, the one who looks most like a pilot, just kind of holds out his wrists together, and he's like, "All right."
Oh, don't. My bookman's like, "Oh, don't worry. I already know your ship's empty. This is just formal procedure, and it'll keep you quiet for a night."
This is the last time I do the Soheliv run.
Should probably tell other people. Probably be a good idea.
Listen, he kind of, as you know, you cuff me, says, "Listen, friendly Jedi lady, I appreciate not removing of my limbs and stuff. I obviously, I'm a respectable businessman. I'm an independent contractor. You know, I'm not gonna flip, right? Because you guys are just gonna throw me in prison. Where I come from, if you rat, you take a swim in vacuum without a suit.
Oh no, I understand.
So I'll do my time if I gotta, but I gotta tell you, just friendly advice since you were so nice. Apart from ripping the thoughts from Tim's brain, it probably wasn't hard. Hey, quiet you.
So you have a
if you weren't the only person in 5 sectors who could debug my droid brain, I would have left you back at home, cuz. Also, his auntie asked me real nicely.
Family's important.
Yeah, family's very important. There's some word on the street here that things are not operated. By the way, you guys can't see me, but Omega is miming having his hands cuffed together this entire time. I just want to let you know. You can't see the visual gag, but I'm doing it for effect. I am a method actor. But he's like, I have heard of your unusual operations, ma'am. But there are there's some interesting business opportunities on Soheliv. And this our friends, the Friends of Red, since you know that name already, are not gonna go lightly. Just letting you know. Friendly tip. When you contact your local bail bondsman, remember to say that good old Jeem was semi-cooperative.
Are they the Double Eye crew?
Jeem, you're just gonna be spending the night. Don't worry. We're going to just lock you up, book you, note that you are independent contractors, search your ship, find nothing, we'll let you go in the morning, you can go off and do whatever.
Okay, that's great. But listen, let me tell you, there's been some times, they say you spend the night in the cooler, and then the next thing you know, they're like, oh, we've decided to impound your ship and to pay back the fine. We need you to go out on the ice and hunt a Jublaxian ice worm. Listen, there's some weird... I have been to some weird jails in the Outer Rim, okay?
Aramaa is slightly miffed at that. Puts hands on her hips and just be like, well, I never. Well, no. That's not how we do things on Soheliv. We are on the up and up. We do things nice. And we do things right.
All right.
There's a bit of irony in that.
Definitely some irony there. But anyway, so you cart these guys off. You book them, Dano.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a nice standard issue stock freighter with maybe you can catch them with some fines because they've probably got some. Well, actually, this is a good question. Since you talk to them, how thorough a search is this? Like, do you grab some clones to like pick this thing down, or do you call the local marshals, who you do know very well and have helped with some stuff?
If we grab the marshals, I feel they might make. I don't know if they'll make this a bigger deal or not.
Yeah.
I mean, not unless you tell them to make a bigger deal. If you can tell them you just caught some weird smuggler-looking guys. Spoilers. I think I said this earlier. I'm literally using the smuggler stats in the NPC book.
Yeah. Because I did only promise them a night, and then they can get the heck out.
They'll do a standard issue search. They probably won't find any like extra special stuff because they're not that good. But like maybe you get to slap a fine on them. You hold them for 24 hours. Yeah. The provost decides to not pursue deeper charges because you don't find any obvious contraband.
Yeah, we'll just
like I said, they might have some interesting and possibly at least not if not full blown illegal, definitely some unlicensed modifications to their light stock freighter.
Yeah,
but nothing that's not more than, like I said, like, Bureau of Ships and Services fees. Like, hey, you guys know you have a 1X hyperdrive in here, and your tag says you have a 2X. And they're like, whoops, must have forgot to update it.
1,000 credits to update the license every time.
Alright, but no. We'll just do a basic ass search. As I said, I'm pretty, I do feel a little bad that I apparently really terrified them. It's like, I need to work
Listen,
on
there aren't that many Jedi, and while you guys are fighting wars, you're getting weirder and creepier. Like, it's weird. You guys are weird. You're weird guys. And also, you did literally steal that guy's mind thoughts.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, you're not. That's great.
Oh yeah. So their names are Tiem, Giem, and Sleem.
Yeah.
Standard
Star Wars fashion. Just slap a double vowel in there somewhere.
Oh damn.
Team.
No Keem.
No Kim, because they have to be those out there boys. Anyway, but yeah, okay. So honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I didn't want them potentially reporting back to Red, I would just.
Well, yeah. So since we passed that, that's kind of what I was rolling. That I rolled a setback die when you caught him. Basically, I rolled a failure, so I was like, okay, so they do something you don't want, but it's just straight up. So they just booked it. If I'd rolled a threat, they would have tried to call somebody, and you may have had to like wrestle a comm away from them. And if I'd rolled a blank, they would have just stood there like idiots. But I rolled a threat, so they decided to run home and just try and get the fuck out of here because their business is done.
Yeah, anyway, but this will keep them from at least calling anybody in the morning. They'll just have a little bit of fine, and they can go do whatever.
Speaker should go.
Now we're actually going to go commit the plan.
Skies. Yeah.
Okay, you go back to base. You guys are holding some crafting components. Are you just going to switch to civvies immediately, or?
I mean, honestly, from what I understand, while there is smuggling, it doesn't look like it is anything necessarily immediately lethal. So, if you guys don't want, I am not in necessarily a super big rush to get things done. Like I said, yeah, there's going to be smuggling and stuff, and there might be some more guns, and it looks like, as what we heard, there might be some lower grade drugs, but again, we can't get rid of all drugs.
Yeah, it's more about like you could explode something worse is more the problem.
But like I said, the most thing I'm concerned about is I need to see how deep the smuggling connection is and how potentially dangerous it is. If it's something like that's won't evolve into something that can actually become a problem later, I might actually just fucking leave it alone.
All right.
Like again, you can't stop all crime. You really can't.
Yeah.
So, right, you just need to figure out how big of a deal this is.
Yes.
In which case, to make things a bit easier and to also properly change the civvies' boots, will go in his Tubes-a-Clone attire, which is a Hawaiian shirt and shorts, and his backpack,
and a sun hat,
and a sun hat, and his DC-15A rifle, carbine, just on his back.
Big gun. Are you sure you just don't want to pick up some armored clothing?
No, I'm good.
So, Omega, as a question, is it possible to make any of these various armors be under bodysuits?
I believe some of them may be worn to be hidden or modified that way, but I mean, here's the thing: you can't benefit from multiple armors at once. That's not allowed.
No, it's more of to have armor than put random clothing, like clothing that has no gear on, sets on it.
Probably not any of the templates you bought.
Okay, for not customizable. Okay.
No, probably not, because they're not. They're quite noticeable. Customizable, maybe. That's one soak. That might. I'd have to. Sure, let me look that up. Like I said, everything here has fluff, so.
Gotcha.
I'll be in Keeping the Peace, the Guardian book.
And no, Wevu has their own stuff.
Damn it. No space altar and a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, they
I
know.
show
no,
off
I thought
she-
these had more descriptions of.
She's all about showing.
I thought these had more
Oh,
descriptions of what they do. So
thin
yeah, no, it
fur.
appears they don't really go really super deep.
I see.
I'm trying to make like the Solid Snake style sneaking suit and then put it under civvies. But depends on what I can put on it.
It'll probably depend on the build you do.
There. Because it's
How
like, I'm always
subtle
going to
you
put
can
the ammo on it. So it depends on that.
Because you can do stuff like special embellishment and whatnot.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, anything that's the two soak style. No, that's real armor.
Oh, that's fair. The customizable is like only one, so I
Yeah,
can
that's what I
make it
said.
like
That might, depending on what options you pick, go for.
Alright,
Because
I'm
that's
gonna try that.
like,
So,
yeah, that's like 4 encumbrance by default, but it becomes 1.
one, I could probably also reduce it. So.
Yeah, you can work on that one. Anyway, the question is, do you guys want to start on that? Because
It's only
Aramaa said
16,
she's
and
not
if I
in
roll well enough, I can make it less.
Yeah, Aramaa has already said that she's not in a rush to follow up on this lead.
Right.
Are any of the rest of you doing anything back at base besides just prepping your civvies?
Yeah, just
Boots
okay.
is just sitting there eagerly in his shirt and just like waiting, just tapping his feet.
Oh, Camo's gonna have for his like thing. He's gonna have like aviators and aviators and maybe some like probably get some aviators and like some gloves and then like some like boots. Just, like
Okay, none of the rest of that's close.
just more of like the actual like identifiable bits. But yeah, so like just a
Yeah, no, yeah. We've seen
Basic.
clones rocking civilian disguise before. I'm just saying, you technically did not shout out any real pieces of clothing.
like a spacer jacket over like a
Yeah.
kind of a
No, you can
thermal
find
shirt.
jackets. Everybody in Star Wars has a fucking jacket.
cold out sometimes.
It's cold outside. You look over at.
Well,
Boots
I mean,
in his
also
Hawaiian
probably
shirt and
all
shorts.
it was made in the 70s, so it was probably easy for the props department to find a lot of jackets and vests
Yeah,
and shit. Anyway, is there anything else prep wise since Camo's gonna take a little bit to actually try one of his armor builds?
I don't know if the commander's gonna help me. Not for this case, no. Probably for the actual like big armor bit, probably will, but not for this one.
I
I'll
mean, he can offer you
say-
assistance, but if you don't want to bother him for something small,
Not in this
well,
case, for
since-
the other one, because actually that's
Yeah.
actually like the testing out stuff. But
I was gonna load up some frag grenades, but I'm like, wait, no, this is in a civilian area. I'm not gonna load up the frag grenades into my rifle.
I'm just imagining this dude with a sun hat, sunglasses, Hawaiian shirt, and a fucking carbine with a grenade launcher.
I feel like in this case, I
it's
probably.
not that weird on Soheliv.
I mean, it's a lot of space, but it's a lot of spacers anyway. So like, you gotta
Yeah,
have your own kid on it.
Just think of the space swamp by you. Everyone's rocking a rifle up to some degree.
Wildlife here kind of intense.
And actually, what Boots should do is he should wait on his swoop bike that he has now.
Actually,
Yeah, wait on the swoop bike that I can't drive. That's what I'll do.
Teach you how to drive, I guess.
No, you're gonna walk outside and he's mimicking driving it, making noises and everything. Yeah, this is how cool I'll look when I can actually drive it.
If I had
Do you have
no-
that?
I wish
do you
I
have,
had
do you have
no
that as a skill?
One of these days. One of these days.
Okay, I think mine's only gonna be an average, unless like I think this case is a small one. I don't think I need Bucky to give me the route. I might need for the extra bigger one.
don't want to use any drugs.
All right.
Those are all expensive too.
Alright, let me just add a little bit, and I think that's kind of it. I think this is it. Okay. That's just unfortunate.
I mean, that's not that unfortunate. Okay.
I don't get anything besides.
That's pretty funny. You can probably just rest it. Let's go with this is the customizable, right?
Yeah, let's see, this is customizable, so it's same thing all the time.
Yep. Okay.
It only takes, like-
Let's go with poor fit.
Alright.
So donning or removing the armor takes an additional action.
It's a bodysuit. Yeah.
So yeah, basically you're probably not a bodysuit because it's customizable. The thing is, you've got a lot of room for hard points.
Yeah.
It does give you +1 soak. So yeah, it's probably you kind of match a like loose body glove to some tactical harnessing to basically hold a lot of different systems and subsystems. Unfortunately, this means that you do not exactly tailor it super tight. So yeah, it's a little bulky to get all the components on because you built a lot of storage in here, but you're learning.
Yeah.
Every success reduces this time by 2 hours, so you take off 6 hours. That actually only takes you 10 hours. That's like a solid day worth of work.
Yeah, it just took me the rest of the evening, I guess.
Yeah, so, which is why, by the way, I did not go ahead and slap you with exhaustive effort, because you're probably going to nap after this, because you'll do your thing the next day, it sounds like.
Alright.
So everybody can wipe off any strain they have, everybody heals one wound they have, they still got them, as we rest another night. And then, Camo basically goes into the workshop to practice some stuff a little bit, try out some things. Do you want to, like I said, do any further prep or research?
We have a name, Friends of Red, but I don't know if we can actually do. I don't know if we can actually dig up any information on that.
Well, unfortunately, like I said, unless you want to try it untrained, which you might, I don't know. I think you got a couple of destiny points. But without knowledge of underworld, it's going to be a little hard for you guys to literally figure out their like business plans, avenues, etc. kind of thing. See if you've heard of them. That's what no underworld is for: is understanding criminals and recognizing them.
You know what? Let me.
I'm gonna call this the casual bodysuit.
Sure. I'm lucky. I hope you don't mind. I will spend a destiny point to make that knowledge underworld check.
All right.
Okay. Boots spend some time researching.
Well, yeah.
Knowing some stuff.
Boots would have been like, I've been waiting here on this show for hours. I guess I'll just go back to base and actually research.
Fair enough. You got a decent brain.
So, what kind of difficulty will this check be?
Let's go with hard, because you're unfortunately, Friends of Red is not a big well-known gang, but you're also trying for just simple, like, okay, what are we dealing with here? 2 advantage.
Thanks, Dice.
Okay, 2 advantage. All right.
I mean, if that failure had been a threat, you've been golden.
Alas,
if that
no.
yellow had come up with actually something.
Hey, don't say that. It could have been double advantage. That's a face on there. Okay, so you don't, in like research, speculation, skimming old records. 1, you don't find jack shit about Friends of Red. Obviously, they're probably a new local name for something that didn't exist before. So it's clearly a thing. I'm gonna say that with 2 advantage, because you were trying to figure out smuggling stuff. You don't really figure out a lot. You guys haven't dealt a lot directly with smugglers. In the traditional sense, like you've dealt with some people who have smuggled some stuff in, but usually that's part of a vast conspiracy. But what you do know is that obviously this is how does it phrase? Get a couple advantages. So you do figure out some side greed information. So the key thing here is you find I'll say you think of systemic clues, right? So like okay, specific information, you don't know shit. Where would they be hiding? What are they doing? What are they smuggling? You don't know. Other than the fact that you've been told what you've been seeing on the black market. But if you had to guess, smuggling is fairly ubiquitous in the galaxy. It's a pretty common thing. Narcotics are a big one, but arms, armor, contraband, like we said, embargoed goods, all pretty typical. You've noticed they're not dealing in slaves, so that's a thing. Not that they would on a Republic world like this. Slavery is illegal in the Republic, but it's not very widely enforced outside of Republic space, as we know. But that means they're not doing human trafficking, or sentient trafficking, whatever you want to call it. Slavery, it's fine. But thinking on it, you're trying to think, okay, who would go to the trouble of setting this up? Friends of Red has got to be new, they've got to be local. That's probably a aspect of something bigger. You're gonna say you're thinking about this and you're gonna be like, okay, nobody just if those guys are freelance, I should say, because you do have that clue. If those guys were freelance that you caught earlier, the Double Eye crew, the Eye Boys, like Fly Boys but eyes.
Yep.
I came up with this just now. Can you tell her that I'm slightly tired?
A little.
So a lot of smugglers are freelance. If you're going to the trouble to setting up like a freelance smuggling network, the profit you get out of that goes somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you figured that based on what you're looking at, this Friends of Red thing has to just be maybe one arm of something more. Now, obviously, you don't know shit about criminals to figure out, like, okay, what does smuggling and black market flow into? I don't fucking know. I only understand how to hurt and to heal. I am a humble bootsman. This is not killing clankers or fixing clones.
Yeah.
But you do think of some logic. You're just like, wait a second. If these guys aren't those guys weren't full-time employees, which means they're only getting a cut of the goods. The goods get sold on Soheliv. Who's buying or selling, and who's making the money, and where does it go?
Yes.
So yeah, you basically figure out a partial clue, and you may want to tell Aramaa to be like, "Hey, boss, question: where's the money go?" Because Aramaa, you didn't understand crime for shit either, but you do occasionally think, "Oh yeah, money. Where does money go?"
Aramaa, where does the money go?
Usually into in what context, Boots?
Oh, with the Friends of Red, because while we wait for a good friend Camo to finish whatever the fuck he's working on, I got time to kill, so I was trying to research into our quarry here.
Well,
And I wasn't able to figure anything out, sadly, but it did get me thinking about, like, if they are doing all this, what are they trying to get money for? Or, like, where does it go?
well, usually if you're smuggling, usually you have to basically you either have to buy it yourself or it's given to you by someone with a lot more power and influence to you. You basically do the job, and then whoever provided you the goods gets the majority of the cutback. That's basically how it is. So I guess the question is like who provided GM, Tim, and Slim with their stuff to bring here.
Yeah.
So,
Also, I do like the point. I'm sorry that I could tell clearly when you looked at chat and saw the GIF.
Oh, hang on 1 second. What's up?
You had to hang on a second.
Hey, it's dinner time. I have to go. I'll be right back.
Well, actually, honestly, I was saying we've been going for like 2 hours, and I'm a little sleepy. If we want to, like, since you guys have a plan, if we're okay calling it here.
I'm okay calling it here.
That's
We can
fine.
wrap it up here.
If you're feeling a bit sleepy.
I'm a little tired, and I think this is a good. Before we dive headfirst into another plan, this is probably a good time to cover it as you guys think about questions and stuff. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you had fun with that stuff. We did some crafting. We did some shopping.
Another one following the big one.
You guys didn't actually. There was an intermission basically with those guys that I wasn't entirely planning, but did work. All because Axe rolled 2 threat on that initial Streetwise. That's why you got followed. But yeah, okay. We'll be back next week for more of this, and off mic we can discuss what to call this, maybe.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna go eat. Later, peeps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Later.
It's probably like 10 or 5.
Yeah, I think it's only like 5-ish.
Yeah, 5
Yeah.
XP for this
I was
session.
thinking
It was a lot of shopping and setup. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably get more next
Setup.
time as you do some more stuff. All right,
Okay.
I'm going to end the recording. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that, folks.
See ya.
And I'll see you guys next week.
Have a good one.
Bye.